If you have ever wondered if Star Wars, the Galactic Empire and the Imperium of Man from 40K, if these two political entities from different universes collided and had a crossover, which of these super uber powered beings that lead them would come out on top in a fight to the death? And by this I mean, who is more powerful, the Sith Lords or the Primarchs? So as per the current timeline of the Warhammer 40K universe, there are two Primarchs that are in existence that have been reawakened from near-death stasis recently. These are Roboute Guilliman of the Ultramarines and Lionel Johnson of the Dark Angel Space Marines. And from the Star Wars Empire, before the Battle of Endor, there were two Sith Lords, and these were Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, and Darth Sidious, Palpatine. So here is a 2 versus 2 battle scenario. So let's take a look at these super uber human duos and compare them against each other, settling once and for all, which is never really the end of it, realistically speaking, which will come out on top in a fight to the death. Let's get to it. Now let's start first with Sith Lords. The title of Sith Lord was bestowed upon members of the various Sith orders appearing all over the timeline who had significant knowledge and strength in the dark side of the Force. After the first war between the Jedi and the Sith adopted the rule of 2, limiting their number to 1 master and 1 apprentice. Typically, the apprentice would train until strong enough to kill the master, a process that often takes decades to accomplish. This was still the case as of the Galactic Empire's time. So Darth Vader was born as Anakin Skywalker on the planet called Tatooine. He was discovered by the Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn, who believed him to be the chosen one destined to bring balance to the Force. He was a Jedi, but under the manipulations of Darth Sidious, the Dark Lord of the Sith, he was drawn to the dark side. Then renamed as Darth Vader, he played a pivotal role in the fall of the Jedi Order and the rise of the Galactic Empire, becoming one of the most feared and powerful figures in the entire galaxy. Then we also have Darth Sidious, who was born as Sheev Palpatine of the planet Naboo. He was a brilliant and manipulative individual who led a double life. While publicly serving as a senator and eventually Chancellor of the Galactic Republic, he secretly trained as a Sith Lord under Darth Plagueis. Palpatine ultimately killed his master and took on the Sith named Darth Sidious. As Sidious, he orchestrated the Clone Wars, became Emperor, revealed himself to be a Sith Lord, and manipulated Anakin into becoming Darth Vader. Now let's take a look at Primarchs. So these were the 20 genetically engineered sons of the Emperor of Mankind from Warhammer 40K, designed as immortal and superhuman generals for the Emperor's Great Crusade to reunite humanity. They were perfect generals, warriors, and statesmen, larger, stronger, faster, and smarter than any other human type. 2 of them were deleted from the Imperial records, which left 18 more before the heresy. And during the heresy, 9 Primarchs turned to chaos, with 2 dying, and out of the loyal 9, 2 also died, and the rest disappeared. By the start of the 42nd millennium, 2 Primarchs, Guilliman and Lionel Johnson, were reawakened from stasis. So Roboute Guilliman is one of the 20 Primarchs created by the Emperor of Mankind to lead the Space Marine legions in the Great Crusade. Found as an infant on the planet Macrak after being flung by a vortex from Earth, he was raised by the planet's ruling family and quickly proved to be a brilliant leader and a strategist. When the Emperor discovered Guilliman, he was given command of the Ultramarines Legion of Space Marines. Then Lionel Johnson is another one of the Primarchs of the Emperor and was discovered on the death world of Caliban, a planet plagued by monstrous creatures. Found and raised by a knightly order, he became a masterful warrior and a leader, purging the planet of its beasts and uniting its people. When the Emperor found Johnson, he was given command of the Dark Angels Legion. Now let's begin with a comparison, starting with strength. Darth Vader and Sidious were both physically enhanced by the Force, but their physical strength and capabilities varied significantly due to their backgrounds and circumstances. Anakin Skywalker, before becoming Vader, was naturally strong and exceptionally skilled as a Jedi. After his transformation into Darth Vader, his physical form was severely damaged during his duel with Obi-Wan Kenobi, resulting in the need for extensive cybernetic reconstruction. Darth Vader's mechanical limbs and suit gave him immense physical strength, surpassing that of ordinary humans. On the other hand, Darth Sidious did not really rely on physical strength, but was profoundly powerful in the dark side of the Force. His physical appearance was that of an elderly man, albeit very flexible and agile, especially seen in his battle with Mace Windu and Yoda, the previous one which left him visibly scarred and decrepit. On the other corner, as a Primarch, Roboute Guilliman possesses immense physical strength far beyond that of normal humans or even a Space Marine. Standing over 10 feet tall, his physique was massively muscular, allowing him to wield weapons and wear armor that would be impossible for lesser beings to handle. His endurance was equally remarkable, allowing him to fight tirelessly and recover from injuries that would be fatal to ordinary humans. Lionel Johnson, like Guilliman, was a Primarch with unparalleled strength and prowess. Also towering over 10 feet tall, the Lion's physique was a blend of brute strength and graceful agility. His strength allowed him to wield his great sword, called Fealty, and before that was the Lion Sword, with devastating effect, cleaving through multiple enemies in a single swing. Yeah, they could both lift 100 tons or 300 tons easily, as was stated that they could easily filling a super heavy tank in the midst of battle. Now let's take a look at speed. In his suit, Darth Vader isn't physically fast, but his precognitive abilities make him appear so. His precognition allows him to see slightly into the future and react quicker than normal humans, which is why Force users can deflect blaster bolts. Before the suit, Anakin used the Force to enhance his speed significantly beyond that of normal humans. However, in the suit, his damaged body and the electronics couldn't handle such speed, so he adapted his fighting style to rely more on precognition, maintaining the illusion of speed. While this isn't really often shown in the movies, the novelizations describe a totally different thing. The Jedi and the Sith, when they duel, they involve several slashes per second. In Attack of the Clones, the duel between Dooku and Anakin and Obi-Wan duo is depicted as a visual blur due to their speed. Vader has been described as moving so fast it appears that he is teleporting, a description that is also applied to Sidious. As for the Primarch's speed, let's take a look first at their sons. The Space Marines are said to induce transhuman dread in humans with their extraordinary abilities. They can dodge bullets traveling at faster than sound, slap bullets out of the air, catch them sometimes, and move so quickly they appear as a blur. The Custodes, a level above the Space Marines, have reactions far faster, processing information in less than a microsecond. Then we have the Primarchs, which surpass even the Custodes. When Primarchs fight, their movements are a blur, just like Dragon Ball Z fights, incomprehensible to normal human eyes. The Lion, for example, could change tactics mid-swing, and was so fast that he defeated Conrad Curse, another Primarch, whose precognitive abilities, similar to Force users, were rendered useless against the Lion's speed. On the other hand, Guilliman was powerful, but was neither as skilled nor as fast as the Lion. So what about special powers? Darth Vader possesses several formidable abilities. Aside from his enhanced reflexes, strength and agility, Vader's precognition allows him to see slightly into the future, enabling him to anticipate and counter his opponents' their moves effectively. His powerful telekinetic abilities enable him to move objects, choke enemies, and manipulate his surroundings with ease. Notably, he can lift over 49,000 pounds one-handed, as demonstrated when he lifted 280 DPs, each weighing over 12 tons, and even stopped a spaceship from taking off, fighting against its rocket thrusters with the Force. Darth Sidious, his mastery of the dark side is unparalleled, granting him formidable abilities such as Force Lightning, and his strong telepathic abilities allow him to invade and dominate the minds of others, making him a truly fearsome and manipulative Sith Lord. Some of the special abilities of the Primarchs like Lionel Johnson are as follows. When an alien telepath capable of flaying 10,000 souls and controlling 1 billion minds reaches into his mental faculty, it gets pushed out, thus showing his immeasurable willpower. He can also travel through a pocket dimension, which was termed as forest walking, and traverse interplanetary distances, appearing on a new planet instantly. He can send psycho powers, withstand a thunder hammer shockwave to the face, and heal quickly from magical lightning inflicted by a Lord of Change. Roboute Guilliman, on the other hand, is known for his organizational ability and project management skills. Yeah, but he does have the fast healing ability just like the Lion, and he is a multitasker of the cosmic scale, with his mind fully focusing on hundreds of things all at once, thus making him a nightmare for a telepath to attack. Now let's take a look at experience. which can be more understood by the time they have lived. At the time of the Battle of Endor, Palpatine or Sidious was 88 years of age, while Darth Vader was 45 years old at his time of demise. So we can say that Vader has at least 30 years of combat experience, while Sidious has around 70 years at the most. On the other hand, counting Guilliman's time awake before his time in stasis and after being resurrected, he would have around 450 to 470 years of combat experience. The Lion would also have a similar amount of years, although a bit less since he was put into stasis before Guilliman and was resurrected after the Big G. In any case, the Primarchs have centuries more of experience than the two Sith Lords combined. Before comparing them in a nutshell, let's take a look at weapons first. So when we come to weapons, Darth Vader or any other Sith Lord, their primary weapon is a crimson-bladed lightsaber that symbolizes their allegiance to the dark side of the Force, while Sidious uses two sabers at once, twin sabers. However, Sidious rarely uses the lightsabers, preferring to manipulate events indirectly from the shadows and in secret. While they can use other types of weapons like blasters and even heavier type of weaponry, they both rely mostly on lightsabers and their knowledge of the Force to fight and subdue their enemies. So just to put it somewhere there, between the two Sith Lords we have one who is a master strategist and a statesman in the form of Sidious, and one who is a master warrior in Darth Vader. As for the Primarchs, Guilliman wields the Hand of Dominion, a massive power gauntlet that not only allows the Primarch to crush the life from his enemies, but also to annihilate them in storms of armor-piercing gunfire with his built-in bolter. He also uses the Emperor's Sword, a master-crafted relic blade that can cut through any material and is imbued with potent warp-based energy. He wields the armor called the Armor of Fate, equipped with advanced protective technologies, including an energy shield that can absorb and deflect incoming attacks. The Lionel Johnson wields the Fealty, a master-crafted power sword that can cut through the toughest armor and is also imbued with potent energy fields. He also carries the Emperor's Shield, which is made of ormite and reflects the force of any incoming attack right back at the enemy. So just like the Sith Lords, we have Guilliman, who is a master strategist and a statesman, and the Lion, who is the master warrior. Now for comparison, the Primarchs have the Sith Lord beats with physical strength. So even with the Force enhancements, these sons of the Emperor can still outdo them. They can lift and throw 300-ton super heavy tanks with ease, while Vader can lift only two 80 DPs weighing 24 tons with the help of the Force, although he can use it to stop a spacecraft from lifting off. When it comes to speed, I would say that both the Sith Lords and the Primarchs are somewhere there on the same level, especially with the reflexes, but sadly, for the Sith, it isn't really shown in the Star Wars movies or animations, only in the novelizations. When it comes to special powers, it is mostly telekinesis and telepathy for the Sith Lords with a tinge of Force lightning, but the Primarchs can resist telepathy and mind control. They can heal from warp lightning, which is essentially the same, but they might have problems with Force holds and Force chokes. The special powers of the Primarchs are just being 1,000 times stronger and faster physically and mentally, but the Lion also has quite a few tricks up his sleeve, such as teleporting via forest walking and changing strikes mid-swing, thus nullifying the telekinesis and precognitive abilities. In the realm of combat experience and strategy, the Primarchs have been actively alive for centuries and inert for millennia, so they can take this cake easily. As for weapons, the lightsabers of the Sith, even though they are powerful and can cut through anything, they can be countered by the special swords that the Primarchs possess. And the Primarchs also have armor that can deflect attacks right back at the enemies. Now, the Sith Lords might be super powerful in the Star Wars universe, but they are still seen time after time being killed and beaten by the Jedi or other Force users, while for the Primarchs, it is only another Primarch that can kill another one of their kind. This is not to say that the Sith Lords cannot kill Primarchs, but it's just that there are too many disadvantages in this comparison for them. Like for example, Sidious cannot use telepathy on either Guilliman or the Lion. His Force lightning would only be a nuisance, and the Sons of the Emperor can fight for years on end without rest. Darth Vader can use his telekinetic powers derived from the Force, but the Primarchs have also been stated to be resistant to psychic and warp attacks, which include such telekinetic abilities. So this all ends in a duel which personally for me, my bet is on the line finishing off Vader, warrior versus warrior, while Guilliman kills Sidious, statesman versus statesman. And that's our comparison between the Sith Lords and the 40K Primarchs. Now if you like this video, then watch this other one too, and if you want to browse for other sci-fi and warhammer content, then check out our channel. So subscribe, like for support, and yeah, while you're at it, bang on the bell icon for notifications on new video uploads. Till the next time, take care, boys.